All right, we going in, y'all. Grab your notes, grab your pen, grab your pads. Listen to what the brother's saying about the Elon Musk. This is Elon Musk, the Neuralink.
It took almost a
Let's get it.
decade, but Elon Musk's it took almost a decade, but Elon Musk's Neuralink have finally begun implanting their brain-computer interfaces into human subjects. So it seems like a good time to talk about the looming existential risk posed by such devices. The entire future of human life hangs on a 5-word hypothesis uttered by this man in 2018. If he's right, the Neuralink and other brain-computer interfaces have the potential to obliterate human consciousness as we know it. 5 words.
Consciousness is not multiplied, it expands.
Back in 2018, Neuralink was still very new and very theoretical. Today, we are right at the cusp of the transhumanist age. We are right...
And what I just said in the video that I just posted yesterday, I said, isn't this what this is? The transhumanism? So, you know, it's already done. And you T.I. should already know this, but obviously a lot of y'all still don't get it. Y'all just don't understand. Because y'all still stuck in that religious paradigm. You can't think. Can't think outside the box. So when I talk like this, you like, what the one word this guy talking about? I mean, this is ghosts and demons. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what you think gang stalking is all about. And that's not the case, my friend. This is about Neuralink. Transhumanism. Turning man into machine.
At the point where brain and machine begin to humanist age. We are right at the point where brain and machine begin to merge. And if he is right, then things are about to get very weird. This man is Peter Watts.
That's too late. Us TIs already know things is weird. Yeah, people following you around is weird.
Zoology PhD turned hard science fiction writer, whose 2006 book Blindsight won him a cult following among Northern writer, whose 2006 book Blindsight.
Anyone got that book? I don't even know why I'm asking that question. I know damn well ain't nobody got that book. Not my subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got Psalm 91.
Won him a cult following among neuroscientists. The reason? Blindsight explored the idea that consciousness is a parasite contributing nothing to its host. Apparently, this idea resonated with neuroscientists puzzled by consciousness. As we'll see, it's helpful to have neuroscientist friends when trying to figure out the impact of novel technologies on the mind. In his talk, titled Conscious Ants and Human Hives, Watts argues that if these brain-computer interfaces work exactly as novel technologies on the mind. In his talk, titled Conscious Ants and Human Hives, Watts argues that if these brain-computer interfaces work exactly as they're meant to, then each of our individual consciousness will dissolve into a single giant superconsciousness. Note that this isn't if they go wrong.
Superconscious, aka the super high mind computer.
They work then each of our individual consciousness will dissolve in...
Now you see how everybody walking around? You see how they got that? That's how they want. They want everybody. They want to control population like that on a time frequency.
Work exactly as they're meant to. Then each of our individual consciousness will dissolve into a single giant superconsciousness. Note that this isn't if they go wrong, but if they work exactly as they're supposed to. This whole story hinges on a small nugget of flesh in your brain. This nugget is called the corpus callosum, and it is the bridge connecting brain. This nugget is called the
corpus callosum.
Corpus callosum, and it is the bridge connecting the two hemispheres of the brain.
How many of y'all know that there's two sides of the brain? I got to ask these questions because I know a lot of y'all don't know. But you know you have a right and left hemisphere of the brain? You're going to learn something today. You're going to learn something. Sit back and take notes.
Congested road between two metropolises. And, as it turns out, you can live without it. But if you're a regular viewer of The Living Philosophy, then there's one thing you certainly can't live without, and that is learning. I'm always looking for new ways to learn more, and today's sponsor, Imprint, is a whole new tool in that arsenal.
Okay.
Imprint is all about helping you learn quickly, conveniently, and what I love most of all, visually.
Okay.
They have these great courses on things like finding joy and meaning, and the one I've been digging down on called Essential Philosophy Theories and Thinking.
And this is all new for me too. I'm learning right with y'all. I'm watching this video. This video is new. Never seen it before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking notes. You better believe it. I told you. I might be a teacher, but I'm always a student.
Thinkers, which I'd highly recommend for anyone trying to get a good grasp on the giant millennia-long history of philosophy. And what's great is that it fits in easily with my day-to-day life. The lessons take 2 minutes to complete, which is perfect for me while I'm brushing my teeth,
So I'm gonna have to look into that right here.
waiting for the kettle to boil, or while I'm in a long queue in the supermarket, and it beats the hell out of checking my email or news feeds. And it's not just courses, they've got these daily reads, and while I was researching this video, there was even one on brain-computer interfaces. And they've got a library of visual summaries of books, which I'm finding to be a great way of figuring out which books I want to read fully.
So this is just like what I was talking about on my other video when I was at the basketball court. I said, man, all this information. This is literally information overload. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to keep up with it. It really is. Because how fast can you read? So, you know, for all the people that can read real fast and download this data into their software, which is you are the software, you know, shout out to you. You know what I mean? Because you can get this, you know, shout out to the ones that can read real fast. You can read all these books, man, and get this information quick. You know what I'm saying? You know, me, I'm getting it, but I wish I can get it even faster. But it's information overload. Sometimes you gotta just, you know, pause and like, hold up. Let me just put some South Park on real quick. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do that. And then you gotta get right back into your studies. You gotta have a little bit of fun time, a little bit of me time, watch some comic view or something. Watch a movie, go outside for a walk or something. And then you gotta come back and get this information. Because this is the only thing that's gonna set you free. Remember, the Bible told you, my people shall perish from a lack of knowledge. That's what the scripture says. Okay? So people is perishing from a lack of knowledge. Then how come you're not studying then? That right there is key right there to let you know that you need to obtain information. So that way you don't perish. You understand? It's not about hooping and hollering in the church and rolling on the floor and speaking in tongues and, you know, catching the Holy Ghost and all. No, it's not about that. It says, my people shall perish from a lack of knowledge. A lack of knowledge. So let's get our knowledge game up so we don't perish. Can I get a no-no there?
Imprint was named Google's App of the Year, and they have over 30,000 5-star reviews on the App Store and Google Play. To try everything Imprint has to offer for free for a full 7 days, scan my QR code on screen or click the link in the description or
go check out
comment.
Imprint.
As fans of The Living Philosophy, you'll get 20% off Imprint's annual premium. When things were beginning to get real nasty in Europe, William Van Wagenen experimented with a radical new treatment for severe epilepsy in upstate New York. Van Wagenen got the idea from observations of epileptics who developed cancer in their corpus callosum.
Now you see that right here? You see how they put those electrodes on the head? They don't have to do that no more. Like I said before, it's via satellite now. So they can put electrodes. They don't have to place it physically. They can place it electronically now. And this is why they know your thoughts. This is why they know when you're looking out the window. In fact, they suggested that you look out the window so that way you can see the dog stalker or the red shirt or the white car ride past or the cop standing outside or whatever. What gave you the suggestion? Who suggested that you go ahead and walk to the bathroom at that perfect time for the neighbors to knock on the wall or something? You know what I'm saying? Or for you to go downstairs and see some type of weird synchronization that you know dang well. Like, how in the world did that happen? You see what I'm saying? This is all the hemisync. You see, this is why they are already 10 steps ahead of you when you go into the grocery stores. You ready to go get some ketchup. You ain't telling nobody you going to go get ketchup. Why is it 10 people in aisle 7 in the ketchup aisle waiting for you and they all got red shirts on? Why they coughing in the aisle? You see what I'm saying? Why they already there before you get there? Somebody done already hacked you. They already know what you're getting ready to do before you even get ready to do it. Wow. That's what we're gonna waste our tech. We're gonna waste all this money on, so we can know what people are thinking and what they're about to do, so we can just harass them with it. Let's just create this amazing ass technology, so we can just harass people with it. Wow.
In the early stages, their seizures continued as normal, but once the tumor got bigger, the seizures stopped. And not only that, but there didn't seem to be an impact on their consciousness either. In his 1940 paper, Van Wagenen noted that consciousness wasn't lost in these subjects when the seizure was limited to one hemisphere. As the corpus callosum was destroyed, generalized convulsive seizures became less frequent. As a rule, consciousness is not lost when the spread of the epileptic wave is not great, or when it is limited to one cerebral cortex.
Want to know I took my visit?
Van Wagenen undertook a novel procedure on 10 patients between the ages of 10 and 43. He cut open their skulls and burned their corpus callosums into oblivion, thus severing their two hemispheres from each other. In total, there were 26 patients, and they went on to become one of the most legendary cohorts in the history of science, the split brain subjects.
I'm gonna stop right there because we're over the 10-minute mark. So what I'm gonna do is it's gonna be a part 2 of it. So I'm gonna continue right where I left off right here at the split brain on the next half. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned. Get your notes, man, if you want to learn something. Holla back.